Welcome to this episode of The Good, The Bad and The Odd. We're your host, Michael Sam. Today we're going to be talking about Avengers Age of Ultron. Hi, Sam.
Hey.
Right, just go through the usual beginning stuff. I'll put all the links to us on the show notes. If you want to leave any feedback, that's probably the way to go. You can get me on Facebook, or there's an email address, whichever way you like, that's fine. Okay, I'll play a few trailers here for other podcasts and then we'll get into it.
One dark and stormy night in the mid-'80s, Joe Bob Briggs, Harlan Ellison, and the ghost of El Santo pulled a train on Elvira while Siskel and Ebert sobbingly masturbated in the corner. From that union arose the greatest movie critic and luchador that ever lived. But we're not going to talk about him. He's kind of a dick. Instead, we're going to talk about me, El Goro, the stuttering movie fan and host of the Talk Without Rhythm podcast. Every week on Talk Without Rhythm, I discuss 2 to 3 movies tangentially tied together by a theme. I cover action.
I'm the most complete fighter in the world.
Sci-fi.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Horror.
Oh, no tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.
And the continuing adventures of James Spader, sexual deviant.
You're not worried that I'm going to fuck you, are you? I'm not interested in that, not in the least. Now pull up your skirt.
So check me out at tworpodcast.blogspot.com, drunkenzombie.com, or subscribe on iTunes. Talk Without Rhythm, the only podcast that will not attract the world. Adios!
Hammerkiss, 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 hammerkiss. Everyone listen to Hammerkiss. Hammer and Amicus, and every 10 years link in between. The Hammerkiss podcast. Everywhere where crappy podcasts are found.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Get on with it.
Right, Age of Ultron. Now, this, I believe, isn't out in America yet when we're recording this. So
a couple more days, I think.
We'll be putting in plenty of spoilers. Should we start without spoilers, or should we just...
let's just chat me through.
Alright, so this is going to be spoiler-filled.
Let's start by saying I think we both really like this film.
I thought it was alright, yeah. I kind of enjoyed it. It's definitely one to see on the big screen, I will say that. And it's worth going to see, yeah. That's about it for the non-spoiler stuff, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, Age of Ultron. Okay, so this is which one would you say this follows up from? Probably Winter Soldier.
Yeah, it follows mostly from Winter Soldier, but it's kind of...
Touch of Iron Man 3.
It's a bit more self-contained than the previous Avengers was.
Yeah.
With Loki as the villain.
But, it was. What do you think of it overall?
I think it was a really good film.
I thought it was alright. I had a few problems with it. We'll get into that. How do you think it compared to the first Avengers film?
I think this one had the other one had more great moments, but this one was better overall, I think.
Really? Yeah. I still prefer the first one by far. The reason is the first one felt really fresh all the way through, and it had the story was really put together well. But I found this one was it had a touch of you could kind of tell Joss Whedon was rushed on it. Some of its finish wasn't so good. I'll give you an example of one of the problems I had. You remember the beginning bit where is it the Scarlet Witch? Scarlet Witch causes people to have visions.
Yeah.
That doesn't go anywhere. Those visions do not go anywhere apart from disorientate them through the first half of the film when I keep thinking back on them, but that doesn't go anywhere. I have a feeling there's...
Well, Thor's does.
Well, only the outcome of it. We don't actually see how it precipitates what it does. We don't even see what happens to Banner at all. We just see him angry. We don't see we don't see the witch, what she does, which I know is...
I don't think we need to, really.
Yeah, maybe not. Okay, maybe that wasn't a good example. But I think the dream state she put them in didn't work quite for me at all.
Yeah.
Because they didn't go anywhere.
Did Hawkeye's no-selling it.
Yes,
he just
that
jabs
was
her in
good.
the head with an arrow and goes, "Oh yeah, I'm not into that sort of stuff."
But however, saying all that, I still kind of liked it. And what really glued it together, Whedon's got a really good it's just the script. Again, great script moments.
Whedon's really good with sort of he's good with making really casual talk sort of epic in scale. So like Ultron is really good at sort of bantering. He's a lot like Robert Downey Jr.
And he's meant to be, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the idea, kind of. But.
Yeah. And it's just lots of little moments where the script really fires on all cylinders and is funny, and it's also character, very strongly defines the character, especially Robert Downey Jr. Stark. But, with most of them, there's some good beats in it. I think my favourite out of these is the Hulk. Is Mark Ruffalo's the Hulk. But Chris Evans is a really, really good Captain America too.
He does. I think I like how they pulled his more sort of goody two shoes side up in this.
Yeah, that was saying about language.
The first lines of the film is Iron Man crashes into a force field or something. He curses, and then Captain America just goes language, and everyone starts ribbing on him for it.
The opening scene was kind of fun though. They're basically taking down a stronghold of Hydra, aren't they?
Yeah, and they've got their own power armor and tanks and
we get a lot of kind of special appearances here. We get Hayley Atwell as Peggy Carter.
Not in this sequence, later on, but
later on, yeah.
in the film overall, you get a lot of the peripheral characters. So you see War Machine's in it, Falcon's in it.
Falcon's in it, very brief.
Heimdall's in it. Peggy Carter's in it.
Peggy Carter's in it. And we get Nick Fury back as well, which is kind of cool.
Nick Fury's going to be in every single Avengers film, I think.
Yeah. Was he in? He wasn't in Cap 2, was he?
Yeah, he was.
Was he?
One of the driving things was he.
Yeah, you're right. A good fun film. This. There's one of the other weaknesses I felt about it was I just don't think Ultron was a good antagonist as Loki. Though I like James Spader and I thought the voice work was really good, but Ultron as a I think having a robot as a antagonist kind of loses a bit of.
I think it was kind of cool how he was a robot, but he was like a fully realized AI. He was capable of emotion and such.
Yeah, and I also
he didn't really understand half of the stuff he was doing. Like there was the bit where he accidentally just whacked off Andy Serkis's character's arm.
Yeah, and he didn't mean to, did he?
No, he was just like, sorry.
He was kind of not understanding his own power almost.
It
was decent though, it was alright. And I'll definitely be getting this when it comes out in blue. Definitely. I liked it enough for that. Now apparently this doesn't premiere until the 1st of May in North America.
Oh wow, we got it way ahead.
Yeah. So and of
we're
course,
not being petty. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think you and I discussed this. There's 2 sequels planned, aren't there?
Well, there's a 2-part sequel.
Yeah, 2-part sequel. Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2.
Yeah.
Spanning. They're due to come out May the 4th for some reason on 2018 and May the 3rd 2019. So they kick off in 3 years and 4 years. That's a wait, but there is quite a lot.
Well, but there's like a Captain America film, a Thor film, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, another Guardians of the Galaxy. We've got a lot to tide us over till then.
Which one are you looking forward to, mate?
Oh, I'm kind of looking forward to see what they do with Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
But the Civil War is definitely sort of caught. I do wonder what they're going to do with it.
Good, but I have to be honest, the one I'm looking forward to most is Guardians of the Galaxy. Because I really like Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's surprised me.
You just want more Groot.
Well, no, I like all of them. I think the reason I particularly like Guardians of the Galaxy is when the trailers came out, I thought that looks rubbish, and I just didn't want to see it, and I went against my better judgment, but I really enjoyed it. I really did. So I've got a very big soft spot for
I think it's Guardians of the Galaxy and the Avengers films, which are they're the perfect combination of great. They've got great sort of scale to them, and there's a lot of risk involved in what in the events of the film.
Yeah.
but they're still funny.
They're still, yes, and Guardians of the Galaxy, yeah, absolutely. Now, also in this, we are introduced by two new characters.
Yeah. The Maximoff twins, Pietro and Wanda.
Who are kind of start on the side of the so-called bad guys, but
their
motivations are perfectly understandable. Actually, they know they had to survive with one of Tony Stark's bombs next to them in rubble, in a bombed house for 2 days, then they could see the word Stark on the bomb.
Yeah, that's got to be.
Yeah, and also we get a few more actually. Another one that mostly. Let's say again, this is a spoiler-filled episode, right? We get Jarvis apparently destroyed, but coming back later.
He gets somewhat smashed to pieces, his personality and identity, really. And by Ultron in like a pre-takeover state. They find Ultron inside of Loki's scepter, which is what they were retrieving from the Hydra base.
Yeah.
They crack it open, they get this big AI, and they leave Jarvis to sort of communicate with it, to try and sort of build it up, sort of thing.
Yeah, but it suddenly becomes sentient, doesn't it?
Yeah. It becomes sentient and starts, like, closing Jarvis off, and finally just, like, cracks him open and becomes a full AI. And that's Ultron, really.
Yes, it was very cool. And it's James Spader's doing the voice when he actually gets a voice. There's some other great sequences in this. There's a great opening sequence, and there's a great finale which we'll come to. But there's also a bit where the Hulk starts running amok.
The Hulk, as we said, the Hulk gets done his head messed with by Scarlet Witch.
Yes.
And that causes him to start running rampant in some African city.
Yeah.
And, they call out codename Veronica, which is some Iron Man armour, and it's the Hulkbuster armour, which is awesome.
It's very cool. Very cool fight. It even makes Hulk lose a tooth at one point, which does not go down well.
This is probably the best fight the Hulkbuster armor has ever had against Hulk.
It was a great fight, really, really cool.
There was just like it kept being funny as well. Like he'd like push him into the rock and start using that pneumatic arm on him, and like and it cuts to the inside of the armor. He's like, "Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep."
There's also, I've mentioned I found there were like some plot holes and issues. However, I will say the whole story was kind of worked quite well, and I just feel the issues were lack of finishing rather than there was a structural problem with the story. I think if Joss Whedon had been given another few months to finish the script, or to do the editing a bit better, this would have been a really terrific film. But I just felt there were slight weaknesses in it.
Yeah.
The way I was going to say Spider-Man 3, but that's flawed anyway. But there's just a rushed quality to the way the film's put together, and I think this film suffers a little from.
Well, I think you're always going to sort of get that with Ultron as a villain, because he's the kind of villain where he like doesn't care about what he does, so he'll just like throw himself completely into a fight, and it'll take like 2 minutes tops. Because he just lets the body get wrecked and starts a new one.
Yeah, no, that wasn't my point. My point was more about sort of.
No, what I'm saying is it will go pretty breakneck. Sort of.
Oh, I don't mind it going breakneck. It's more like the plot elements weren't tied up neatly or explained away. Joss Whedon is great at that stuff usually. I mean, if you watch any of Firefly, I'll tell you a film that's packed with story, but it's still put together really well, is Serenity.
Yeah.
Really beautifully put together film.
Yeah. Also great with its like sort of back callbacks.
Indeed, exactly. Yeah. He's great at callbacks, and he's great at putting things together and giving each character their moment.
Yeah.
And that felt kind of a little, and that was very significant in the first Avengers film. It was a brilliantly balanced
except for
film.
Hawkeye, of course.
Say again?
Except for Hawkeye.
Yeah, maybe except for Hawkeye.
He got left out, but that kind of got made up in this film.
And it was good, actually. The Hawkeye stuff in this film was really good. I really liked the Hawkeye stuff. But I also liked the other plot element I really liked was the developing sort of romance between Black Widow and
Hulk.
Yeah. I thought that was really sweet, actually.
Yeah.
It really worked for me. And the decision at the end was...
It seemed like something that both Hulk and Banner would be sort of good on.
And I like the fact we could see Hulk. Hulk wasn't just a rage monster. You could see him have touches of humanity.
Yeah.
And the transition back from Hulk to Banner was really good. Really good.
Yeah, it's in the... I'm trying to explain it better. It's like he sort of cracks back into place, sort of thing.
Yeah, that's a good way of describing it. It's almost like elastic being stretched and let go of, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really kind of cool, and it worked really great CGI in this film as well.
Especially with all the Ultron drones and the Iron Man armor.
Yeah. And there was a really cool moment with who was it? Stark, I think. It was where he found everyone dead.
Yeah, he got shown a vision by Scarlet Witch to try and shock him into starting up the Ultron program.
Yeah,
because I think she may have known what was in the scepter or something.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. That's probably one of your plot holes. But I thought it was a good way to sort of provoke him into doing what he did. Right. Just show him events that have traumatized him in the past.
Kind of. With slightly better editing, though. You know, we could have got a flash of that vision while Stark was arguing about bringing the Ultron program in. Do you know what I mean? Little things like that just help with that kind of story constructs. Why Captain America hesitates, a little bit better either dialogue or editing would have made things a little clearer. I'm not saying this is a bad film. It definitely isn't. It's just a bit of finishing could have made it really good. And I suspect if an extended version comes out, that bit will be reconstituted. Actually.
I think they're on the Blu-ray or like the home release. It is supposed to be a bit longer, so maybe they.
Well, we won't know until it comes out, will we? But I did mention Jarvis got destroyed, but he comes back.
Yes.
He? Called Vision.
As the Vision.
He looks spectacularly good. I've always liked Paul Bettany as an actor, and he looks really good in this, actually. He reminds me a little of, in the X-Men, what was Nightcrawler's dad called? The red one.
Azazel.
He reminds me a bit of Azazel, who was played by Jason Fleming. But entirely different kind of character. And also, we haven't really talked about him. We've got the Maximoffs here. What do you think of Scarlet Witch?
I thought they were both pretty good. I thought
he didn't get much character time, really, did he?
Nah, which is kind of a shame. But he is kind of he's not really that complicated a character in the comics. His whole motivation is to look after his sister.
Yeah, I mean that could have been really. If the thing that happens to him at the end, if there would been a little more set up of him in some way interrelating to Hawkeye and seeing Hawkeye protect his sister or something like that, that moment would have been a lot more effective.
It's entirely possible he did see Hawkeye protecting his sister.
Yeah, I know, but we didn't see it, so we don't understand.
We did see Hawkeye protecting his sister.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you're right. But the film wasn't constructed so that we're aware of how he feels about Hawkeye, are we? That's what I'm getting at. And of course, it's played by the two leads from Godzilla.
Yeah, which is kind of weird. Though in the comics, they do have kind of this weird incesty vibe.
Oh, great. Nice. So we get... And of course, we saw both of them in one of the end credits of one of the others.
Yeah, Captain America Winter Soldier.
Oh, was it that? Oh, okay.
It was...
I forget where all these...
Yeah, but this kind of brought the sort of overarching plot with the Infinity Stones back to to the forefront.
Yes, it does.
Because this
in Vision's forehead.
Yeah, well, one of them's in Vision's forehead, but when Thor has to go off on his own for a bit, and he goes to this the pool of Vision, I think it's called, or something like that, and he sees a vision of all the Infinity Stones that we've seen so far. So the Tesseract, the Ether, the Mind Stone, which is what Loki's staff was,
right,
and the Power Stone, which is the thing from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right. Oh, they're all tying up, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all Infinity Stones, part of the Infinity Gauntlet, which is what Thanos is after.
Yeah.
So, and that'll basically give him godhood.
Yeah. I like the main plot of the last act as well. I thought it was kind of very cool, actually. And it was kind of cool to see War Machine turn up.
Yeah, it was good that they did introduce all the other like peripheral superheroes that they've got on
At
there.
some point, we saw Falcon, but only
we saw Falcon, but
civilian outfit.
Yeah, he was out of suit, and he did say that he was like on the lookout for Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier.
Okay.
So he does kind of give an excuse as to why he's not there for the final fight.
Yeah.
But I do love some of Rhodey's reactions to the Vision. Like, he's coming up to some Ultron drones, and he's like about to chain gun them down, and Vision just like comes in and rips into pieces. He's just sort of left going, what? What?
Yeah. A Vision is really cool.
Yeah,
it's kind of
ridiculously overpowered.
Yeah.
He can fly. He's got this laser he can shoot from his forehead. Super strong, and he can like hack through his hands.
Hack?
Yeah, he grabbed Ultron by the head and started like hacking his system. He cut off his connection to the internet, so he was stuck on where they were.
And he was kind of knew that once that body died, he'd be dead, didn't he?
Yeah.
Vision was quite kind of awesome. Now, the film also ends with us seeing the new Avengers, as it were.
Yeah, because everyone's sort of gone off on their own direction. Thor's gone back to Asgard.
Tony Stark basically says, "I'm hanging up. I'm
kind of done with this." Sort of thing.
And stuff like that. The new
Avengers are
Cap America and Black Widow there.
Yeah, they're the only carryovers from the original group.
So we got Falcon,
War Machine, Vision, and Scarlet Witch. Because unfortunately, Quicksilver bites the dust. During the fight,
so saving Hawkeye, which I've sort of hinted at a little.
And they kind of mess with the head a bit, and because of his accent, he says, "You did not see that coming?" As like a question. But it's kind of, it seems almost like a dig by the writers to the audience.
Yes.
Like,
oh, nice one. Yeah, I missed that one.
Didn't see that coming, did you? Sort of thing.
And then we get a mid-credit end sequence, don't we? Thanos.
Thanos retrieving the Infinity Gauntlet. And say like,
and he says if you want something done,
do it yourself, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Which this is kind of doubly worrying because we have seen the Infinity Gauntlet in a previous Marvel film, Thor.
All right.
And that was in Asgard.
So it suggests that Loki's
either given it to Thanos or Thanos is now ruling Asgard.
Yeah.
So
we also, we talked about this a bit. We see a bit of Hawkeye's home life. Didn't know it was a home life, but we see that, which is kind of cool.
Turns out the reason why he was away for Winter Soldier was he was kind of recuperating.
Yeah,
he was spending time with his wife and kids.
Right. Yeah. I don't think we mentioned it. The twins are basically allies. They're sort of henchmen of Ultron.
Yeah, they're for the longest time they're henchmen of Ultron.
But then they realise what he's up to.
Yeah, the Scarlet Witch can't really read his mind because he's a robot. But once he is the reason that Vision exists. He tries to build himself a better body, a more organic one.
Yeah.
And that's the Vision. But while he's connected to the Vision, like uploading himself, Scarlet Witch gets a quick flash of what he's planning and runs off with Pietro, sort of thing. With Quicksilver,
The whole plot. I mean, I'm guessing Ultron was a significant plot in the comic universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the whole thing about him is, no matter how much you destroy, there's always a little bit left.
Right, that's a very cool idea, actually. Whedon's been sort of, when he talks about it, he sees Ultron as like a modern version of the Frankenstein monster, actually.
Yeah, I can see
Where it's
that.
saying we create something and then it turns on us because it doesn't understand why it was made. It wants answers, it can't find them, and then rage and revenge, or a motivation to destroy a creator comes in. And again, also we get, I think I've already said, we get Nick Fury back again as well, which is kind of cool.
Even he gets in on ribbing on Captain America for their language.
Nice. Yeah, no, but Captain America says at one point, "That's not going away soon, is it?" or something.
Nah, didn't.
Overall, it's pretty jolly fun film.
Yeah.
Good on the big screen, definitely. And I've no idea why they premiered it in the UK ahead of North America. And
I don't know.
Maybe it's to get buzz.
Maybe.
I don't know. It's a bit odd, really. I know that they got some UK tax breaks when they were making it, so maybe that ties into it in some bizarro way, but I don't quite know how it fits in. I do understand there's some cinemas in Germany have boycotted it.
Yeah, they boycotted it because ticket prices had to go up.
Yeah, basically they raised the price of the standard rental on a movie, and they boycotted it rather than show it. They boycotted it, so they show it, which is kind of cool, I suppose.
Power to them, but you're kind of blocking the audience in.
Yeah.
All that's going to lead to is that they'll pirate it.
Right. Apparently they did plan to have Loki in this, but for whatever reason...
I just read that too. So.
Yeah. Also, Stan Lee does turn up.
Yeah, he even kind says his quote, his Excelsior thing.
Yeah, and doesn't he? Yeah, that's kind of funny. He also makes a crack about Omaha Beach. This is no place for men, or something like that. And he says, Omaha Beach is no place for men either, Sonny, or something like that, to Captain America.
Yeah, no, to Thor.
Oh, Thor, right.
He's like mouthing off to Thor. It's like, come on, give me your Asgardian ale, I can handle it. Yeah, and then they're both carrying him off, and he just goes, Excelsior.
I'm trying to think about other people we see. We see Stellan Skarsgård again as...
Yeah, he gets a brief show up.
And we get Idris Elba as Heimdall as well.
Idris Elba shows up in a weird, hallucination scene.
Yeah.
And he's blind.
A lot of them do. Peggy Carter turns up.
Yeah, Peggy Carter turns up, but it's not like Heimdall's. He's drunk, he's blind, while Peggy Carter's just sort of there.
Yeah, the thing is, I thought those visions were going to go somewhere which would have to precipitate into something that then realising they were visions, if you know what I mean. Or it didn't go anywhere. This is one of the problems.
I think it's gonna go somewhere.
Oh well, that's that's all right, I suppose, but it doesn't help with the film. Anyway, it's a minor quibble. I'll have to rewatch it again to be clear in my head out what I felt about it for sure, but it just felt to me it didn't go anywhere. There was some really, as I say, some really nice dialogues in this. I think favourite scene, favourite bit, favourite moment,
probably Vision casually picking up Mjolnir.
Yes.
Just the absolute silence for 10 hard seconds.
There was a scene where everyone tried to pick up Thor's hammer, and no one could move.
The closest they got was Captain America could budge it, but no one really noticed except Thor.
Thor noticed it, and he frowned. He did frown when he saw it move. He couldn't believe it moved. And my favourite moment was when they, in the first scene where they're doing the attack, and someone says, "Please take out that machine gun nest," and Thor just runs for it.
Hulk.
Hulk just runs. Sorry, Thor.
Yeah.
Hulk just runs for it and explodes, kind of thing. Yeah. He carries on running. It's kind of fun.
They did do a few really good slow mo bits in this, particularly right at the start and right at the end, where they had all of the original Avengers jumping into fight, which is. They've used that in almost all of the trailers.
Yeah.
And then they had this big, cool pan round shot where you can see the other one moving at full speed is Quicksilver.
Yes,
so he's zipping between Ultron drones.
Yeah.
And everyone else is reflecting laser beams off each other and throwing people into other people into another hit or
Yes.
something similar to that.
It was very cool. I also really like the end credits where they're showing kind of a statue of the Avengers.
Yeah.
Panning around.
Oh, they've got to make that as a
It
promotional.
was a cool statue.
Yeah.
Or statuette, or whatever. Very enjoyable film. What would you give it out of...
I'd give it a 9.
9. I'm going to give it a 7. Just to compare it, we also rewatched Avengers, didn't we?
Yeah.
I would give the Avengers a solid 9. So
Same.
the second one to me wasn't as good, but you say
I like them equally.
You like them for different reasons.
Yeah.
Equally. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Anyway, that's it from us concerning Age of Ultron. Bye from me.
Bye.